Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? Well, for fans of Naruto and Boruto, and for those of you wondering which direction Boruto is going in, it seems like we're going to be getting a new Akatsuki in town for the Boruto storyline. Now this was just revealed in the manga, so if you don't want to be spoiled any further, there was your warning. So at the end of chapter 15 of Boruto, Batman Sasuke was able to get some information from Shoujoji, and we finally get a pretty clear picture of this new mysterious organization they call Kara, which means shell or husk, which we can only assume means they are the remnants of an organization or an influential person from Naruto, and that they probably want to finish whatever that organization or person started. Only the leader-like person has their name identified to be Jigen. Is that a mask or is that just a really creepy face? We couldn't really tell their real identities, but many of you are probably curious as to if Kawaki was one of the 5 that gathered for the meeting. But if you look really closely, Kawaki is most likely not part of this current group, because 2 of them have beards and are obviously much older than what Kawaki would be. The person on left to Jigen appears to be a woman, and the one on the bottom left looks like he's wearing guy-looking pants, which is very different than the style Kawaki was rocking in the future. But if there was a person that could be Kawaki here, it's probably him. And the short person at the bottom looks like he's only a cane, so he's probably the oldest of the bunch and not Kawaki. If we assume Kawaki is similar in age to Boruto, he's also going to be much smaller than any of the possible suspects in the current 5, so it's highly unlikely that he's here. So let's move on. Kara seems to be a group that is fixated on gathering intel on various Juin-jutsu, which are cursed mark techniques like the one Orochimaru applied on Uncle Sasuke, and the one that Boruto has on his hand currently, that we know will expand to his arm and face just like Kawaki. Now if you go back a few pages to where Sasuke was just boasting about how much of a Batman he is, you would assume that for someone to have worked in the underworld for this long would know of all these shady organizations. But apparently not this one, so either these guys just started, or are just really discreet in their activities. Now if you look back at the panel where we see them gathered together, you can tell by the surroundings that this doesn't really look like somewhere on Earth. But in the previous panel, right before we see more of Kara, there's a shot of clouds and some rocky mountains, so I'm guessing it's implied that we're still on Earth. It could also be a different dimension too, or they just hired a really avant-garde interior designer. But either way, now we know that Kawaki most likely had a lot of help from these guys to destroy Konoha, as it's hard to believe one Kawaki could best the likes of Naruto and Sasuke along with the entire village without some extra hands. Now what could their goal be? Kawaki mentioned he wants to end the era of shinobi. Could this be their goal as well? Why else would they need these cursed marks that Boruto got from killing Momoshiki, who is a god? So if killing these gods would get them super powerful cursed marks, these marks are probably going to be the Boruto equivalent of the tail beasts from Naruto. It seems like we're going to be getting a lot of parallels from the original Naruto story, with a different twist on each of them, and it seems like the story is finally starting to get serious, as the last page of the manga says that the prologue is finally ending. If you remember from a few months back, Kishimoto mentioned in an interview that there was going to be a dark turning point as previewed at the very beginning of the series. With the prologue finally ending, we are probably at least halfway to that point, and approaching the arc before the impending time skip, just like how we got a time skip in Naruto. Anyways, what do you guys think of Kara or Boruto's new Akatsuki? Think they're more powerful or less powerful than Akatsuki? As usual, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for Tokyosaurus for the latest things people are talking about in Japan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.